I'm here today to talk about, well, security, why people fall for scams really. I'm here today because I worry a lot. I worry that we move very quickly towards solutions, which is brilliant, but we're leaving too many people behind, and that's the public, the consumer, the end user. And they need to understand what we're doing. I don't think it's good enough to just give them bits of tech and go, hey, use this, it's going to be fine. They need to understand what they need to look out for, because with their help and our tech moving forward together, that's the best way we can put an end, if that is a thing that we can achieve, but at least minimize the effect that scammers have on our lives. I think these events are brilliant because it brings people together. Every time I come to one of these events, I find out something new. I find out what the future holds, what people are thinking, what the direction of our industry is moving towards. And I think these are really, really important because sharing is not something that comes natural to big corporations. Right? Everybody wants to keep their own secrets, but actually in this business, in the business of security, the only way we can win is by sharing. So most scams have got certain common elements in them, and they can be time pressure, for example. A lot of scams will build time pressure in them. Why? Well, it's easier to manipulate someone under pressure than it is to give them enough time to think about what they're going to do. So it'll usually come in the form of, well, if you don't act now, this great opportunity that you have might just disappear. So a lot of scams carry a lot of common elements. Time pressure, something's a great opportunity, for example. So, hey, if an opportunity finds you, you've got to be a little bit suspicious. But scams rely on a lot of psychological principles of how we function as people in order to work. I think the best advice I can give to people as a sort of a cover-all is take your time. Take your time. Never really react to any offers, any instructions to act quickly because something bad may happen. Your card has been compromised, your account has been compromised, we've hacked your email, we've hacked your company. Don't do anything. Stop, discuss it with other people, your husband, your wife, your partner, your colleague, anybody, your mother, your father. Discuss it. This just happened. How likely is it to be true? Okay? Because when you say it out loud, very often you realize, hang on, that doesn't sound right. Okay? So the biggest piece of advice I can give is do nothing. Make sure that you understand what it is you're being confronted with. There's a wonderful man called Professor Alan Woodward, who I've worked with a lot. He's a professor of cybersecurity at the Surrey University. And he talks about the ABCs. And I think they're fantastic. A, assume nothing. B, believe nothing. C, challenge everything. And I've added a D, which is delete if in doubt. I think the fact that scams have moved on from the real world to the cyber world, well, that's not strictly true, by the way. There's still a lot of scams in the physical world, but we are seeing a large amount of scams make themselves known in the cyber world. Should make absolutely zero difference. It's exactly the same way you deal with one scam and you deal with another scam. In the virtual world, you still have to understand what the dangers are. You still have to understand, well, actually, by ticking the keep me signed in box, convenient though it is, there are risks involved. Risks of other people getting hold of your machine, risks of other people capturing that cookie that gets transferred, which gives you access sometimes for years or months to come, right? So understanding those risks is as important. The problem with the cyber scams is they're too technical for people to actually invest the time and really understand what's going on. Most people don't really know that their smartphone is tracking every single movement they make. They can switch it off, but they don't know about it. and most people don't want to tell them. I've got to say, this venue is absolutely amazing. So when I walked in this morning, I thought, wow. And it's full of people. It's full of, everyone's really happy to be here. No one's being too pushy or anything, which is great in these events. And people just want to share their ideas. They want to say, hey, look, this is what we've come up with. And these are the kind of places where information is shared, people find out what everybody else is doing, and actually you can get a lot of inspiration from these kind of events because you can see where the industry is going, and you can say, well, actually, we can fit in with that, or we can collaborate. And I think collaboration and sharing is really the key. It really is the key. And if you think that scammers and con men are not collaborating and sharing, you are mistaken. They thrive on that. The moment one finds a weakness, they will share it, right? So why are we, on the other side, not doing exactly the same thing? When we find something that is solid, we need to share it.